Hi everyone, welcome. This is Lane from Tufted with Love. I have a tutorial for you of how to make your own tufted rug from scratch as a beginner. Choose your design and make sure to invert the image, or else the end result will end up being mirrored. Place your frame on a heavy base table that wouldn't slide around while using the machine. Secure the frame onto the table on both sides using the clamps. Grab the primary fabric, also known as the monk cloth, and secure it at the top side, inserting all the nails into the fabric. Then using an outwards and downward pulling motion, secure it from the sides. And then finally, secure it at the bottom. Using the yellow lines on the fabric as a guide, go back to each side and pull evenly to tighten the canvas further. If there's a nail gap in your frame causing a loose spot, use a wood stapler to tighten that area. And voila, a tight canvas. For your own safety, you can choose to place a covering on the frame nails. There are different kinds of ways to cover them, but here I am using foam rods and zip ties to secure them. Project your design onto the frame. Make sure to leave a 1-inch space at the edge of the frame for the safety of the machine. Trace your design onto the frame, including any details that you wish to tuft. This is your tufting machine. It is the AKV, which is the newest model. So when you turn on this light, this one is special for this model. And when it's on, you can also see the speed. And how do you change the speed? So you have this little button over here. And if we do this, you can see how the speed changes. Okay, this is what it sounds like when it's on. And this is on the lowest setting. But when you turn it up to the highest setting, this is how it sounds like. As a beginner, you think it's better to keep it on the lowest setting. We have two little holes. We have this one, and we also have this small one over here. So, to be able to put the yarn through this one, you will need something like this. It's a threader, and it'll help you get the yarn through this one. Alright, so let me show you. You will put it through here, and then you will take your threader, place it into the little hole like this, and then you'll open it, put the yarn through it, and then push it through. And that's how it looks, threaded into the machine. Then you take your yarn and put it through here. You hold this part with your dominant hand. That's the hand that's gonna push, and that's the hand that's gonna turn. This hand is just for support. You can hold it wherever you want, but it doesn't affect the machine. Okay, so let's get started. The most important thing about tufting is that we need to push into the fabric. You have to push really hard into it to the point where this is touching the fabric, and also it is also pulling it in. Okay, then press on and stop at the end of your line. This is your first line of tufting, and you can pull this out. How do we go after this? We want to go right next to it. We don't want it to be too close. We want it to be a little bit close, a little bit further. So a good way to tell is if you can see the little holes in your canvas. So you skip one and go to the next one. Or another way to tell is you have this point and you have the edges. This edge needs to touch this line of yarn. So this is too close, and then you just skip one, go here, and this is better. Press. And that's your second line of yarn. I am only pushing into the fabric. I am not pushing up. So you only push in and you guide your machine in the correct direction, but you do not push up. What happens if you push up? So This is me pushing up, right? Pushing up will make this very loose. This will fall off when you're trying to glue the line. What we want to do is push into the fabric and not up. You notice that I'm always going down to up, right? Down to up. So wherever this light is, or wherever the yarn is, this is where the machine is gonna go. So if you hold this machine this way, it is gonna go that way. If you hold it this way, it is gonna go that way. So if I wanted to make a circle, I am going to turn as I'm going. So for example here, I'll push in, never forget to push in, and then turn as I'm going. If this is too fast for you, you can stop and go. So you can stop and go. So here, I can just stop, adjust, stop, adjust, stop, adjust. And you'll have a circle. If you make any mistakes, don't worry. You can always take out the yarn and try again. And here I am filling out the circle so that I can show you how it looks on the other side. So this is what it looks like at the end. It's going to be very fluffy. And here's what it looks like on the other side while tufting. And here's a quick time lapse of me tufting. I was gonna make it into a square, but then I redrew the border and changed the colors. And honestly, that's what I like about tufting. You can just figure it out as you go. There are no restrictions. After you're done tufting, check the other side to make sure that it is even, with no gaps and no overfilled spaces. And now you're ready to glue. Spread a light layer of carpet adhesive onto the canvas. Make sure to remove any excess, and then you can either leave it to air dry or place it in front of a fan. Once it is completely dry, remove the fabric off the frame and cut all around the design, leaving 1 inch all around it. And now you want to take the excess fabric and cut it the way that I'm showing you in the video, and make sure that you go all the way in so that it is foldable. So what we're trying to do here is fold and glue in all of this excess fabric, but we really need to make sure that we're not folding it too loosely or overstretching it. If we do so, we might end up seeing the primary fabric later, even after adding the backing. So we really need to make sure that we are folding it right to the edge. Grab your backing and cut it to the shape of your rug, leaving 1 inch space all around. And now we want to spray an adhesive between the rug and the backing. So we will use a plastic cover to protect the rug from the glue. Spray an even layer of the adhesive all over the rug and the backing. Make sure to get all of the edges. Then press firmly. Cut the excess backing all around the rug. You can now turn it to the other side to give the backing a neater, more even trim. Brush your rug to get rid of all of that excess fluff. Grab your carpet clipper and make sure that we're always starting on a flat surface. Do not start on an edge, and you can always rotate your design so that you can get all of the edges while still starting on a flat surface. Apply even pressure all over and avoid pressing too hard so that you don't lose a lot of the rug thickness. If your clipper starts getting stuck, use a brush to clean it. And there you go, great job! You just tufted your first rug with love. Let me know if you have any questions, and if you use this tutorial to tuft a rug, let us know how it went, and tag us with your creations, we'd love to see them. See you next time!